Hi dear students, how are you all? I hope all are good. Okay, welcome to my class. This is for ninth standard. I am going to start the new chapter, that is atoms and molecules. This is the third chapter, belongs to chemistry. Okay, the chapter is atoms and molecules. From the first chapter and second chapter, okay, we know that all matter, that means the substances present around us, we call as matter, and this matter is divided into solids, liquids and gases, and all these matter made up of particles, and these particles are small, and in between the particles having space, and these particles are continuously moving. From this our previous knowledge, we will continue the chapter, that is atoms and molecules. So we should know that matter is made up of particles. That particles we call as atoms and molecules. That deeply we have to study in this chapter, atoms and molecules. That particles we call as atoms. So first you should know that the overview of the chapter. That means what concepts are present in this chapter. So what is the points we should learn in this chapter? So first we should introduction, that you know that what is meant by real introduction of these atoms and molecules, that is introduction. Next, laws of combinations, that means how the atoms are, that means how the particles are combined together to form a matter, that is what laws of chemical combinations. So we have different laws, okay, conservation of mass, constant proportions, and some more important laws for the chemical combinations. Next is what is atom? What is atom? And what is the atomic number of the elements? And what is atomic number, atomic mass? That is what we are studying under the atom. Next is what is molecules? So what is molecule? How molecules are formed? All we study belongs to these molecules. So next is writing the chemical formulas for these elements and compounds. So how can you write the chemical formulas? All we these are discussed in this chapter. And then the molecular mass and mole concept. This is very important. From this molecular mass and mole concept, we could explain the elements, compounds, and we can also write the chemical formulas. This is all we study in the atoms and molecules. Okay, students, our India has a very diverse culture. So our Indian philosophers already know that. So and know that the particles are these particles, atoms and molecules. They don't know whether it is atoms and molecules. They don't know, the Indian philosophers and Greek philosophers. But they have an idea of divisibility. Long back, nearly 500 BC, around that age of the era, Indian peoples know that the divisibility of matter. And a fine day, he was one of the philosopher. His name is sage. He is the Indian sage. That his name is Kanada. Kanada. Maharshi Kanada. Maharshi Kanada. He is a Indian sage. He is always, and Maharshi Kanada and some more Indian philosophers are always curious about to understand the unknown things about matter and how matter is formed. He is Maharshi Kanada. What he did, he observed one day, fine day, he takes some food items and starts walking for a while sometimes. Suddenly, a piece of that food items fall down. A piece of food item falls down. That is the first kind of divisibility. So he is observed that piece and he keep on dividing that food item. And when time comes, that some ultimate particle, he get that ultimate particle. Ultimate particle. Ultimate particle means further division cannot not possible. Further division not possible. Not possible from the Maharishi Kanada. He named that particle as Paramanu. Paramanu. What is meant by Paramanu? Paramanu means the ultimate particle further division not possible. The ultimate particle further division not possible. That means we cannot cut into further. That means cannot cut into further. This is what Paramanu. So one more Indian philosopher, his name is Katyayana. His name is Katyayana. Pakuda Katyayana. Pakuda Katyayama. He elaborate this concept. Pakuda Katyayama elaborate this concept of Paramanu. These particles are exist. These particles are exist together. That means these particles cannot exist alonely. These particles normally exist in the form of combined form. Together, or they exist together or combined form. Combined form. That means the particles are very small. That's why we cannot see through our naked eyes. Why? Because of these particles. These particles exist normally combined form or togetherly they exist. This is told by this Pakuda Katyayama. So what is the contribution of Maharishi Kanada for the about these atoms and molecules? Maharishi Kanada gave the name particles as a Paramanu, and Pakuda Katyayana elaborate this concept. These particles normally exist in a combined state. Okay, this is what gives us the information by the Indian philosophers, and some Greek philosophers also has a same idea of the matter. One of the great ancient Greek philosopher. His name is Democritus. Democritus. He also has the same idea about these particles. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss some more ancient ideas of these particles. Okay. Thank you.